everyone, it's Di here from Diane's Den, and welcome to another video. If this is your first time, my name's Diane and this is my den. Well, it's actually mine and my husband's. He has his gym equipment in here, so we use it as a gym and my crafting room. It's a huge big 6x6 shed that has been fully lined for us to use. Okay, this week I'm going to show you how to make these little boxes. These are cute. They're little triangular shaped boxes and they're just really easy to make, and they will hold. I have got in this one, I've got nothing in this one, but this one I have, and it's just a tiny bit tight, but it does fit. Okay, oh, come on, come on, come on. One of these Cadbury cream eggs, my favourites. I love Easter for those, and I know I should need them. And it does go in there, you just have to wiggle it around to get it into the right position so that you can close your box up, because it just slides over here like so, which it does fit on really well. And that's all the closing there is to it. This one has a Ferrero Rocher in it, which fits in a lot easier than the Cadbury cream egg, but if you wanted to make them for Easter gifts, they will fit in there. So this one I've done with a ribbon all the way around, so my tutorial will tell you for the ribbon all the way around if you want to do it. This one I did with a ribbon that I just glued on, which is what we're going to do today. So, because this just uses so much ribbon and most people just throw them away afterwards anyway. So this is what we're going to be making, one like this, but I'm going to be using Sale-A-Bration items before they all end. So let me pop those out of the way for a moment and show you what we're going to be using. Well, we're going to be using the paper from this set here. That's over there, that should be there, sorry. Oops, I've only got one stamp thing out, so we can get another one out in a minute. And this one will have is called Hello Friendly, and it comes with this paper and this stamp set all together. This paper's got some beautiful papers in it, and we're going to be using this one here today. This has some really lovely paper in it and is available for free with a $90 Australian order. So I don't know what that is if you're not in Australia, but this has got some beautiful paper in it, and I'm using this one which is in fresh freezer. So I'm going to be using, and I forgot to get the stamp out, so you have my love and support. So let me get that stamp out ready, and I'll just pop that on the side because I've already got a stamp on my block. And then we're going to be using this other stamp set, which is also available for free with a $90 order. So if you had 2 orders of $90 or $180 order, you can have both of these. And this has got so many sayings on it, and it's called Special Moments. It's got like, thanks for brightening up my day. Just a card to say you're amazing with sympathy. It's happy birthday, congratulations, good luck. It's best wishes. It's got everything you want on it, so it's a fantastic one, and we're going to be using that because I'm going to be using the Thinking of You along with the You Have My Love and Support. So anyway, before we go on with all of those, let me show you what you're going to need, and that's it. That's not much at all. So for our box, we're going to need a piece of card that measures 7 1/8 by 7 1/8. For our wrap around, we need a piece that measures 2 1/8 by 8 1/4. And then I've got a couple of bits of scrap here because I'm going to be using my duo punch, double oval punch here. So, and therefore that's for them. I have my little bow already done, and that's in fresh freezer. I've already cut it, made him. I haven't cut his things off. And then we need 3 pieces of card that measure 2 1/8 by 2 1/8. So we've got a white piece for stamping on, and 2 more pieces of the designer series paper, which I like the other side as well, which is oh gosh, no, I can't think what that's called. Papaya. So anyway, so that's all the bits we're going to need, and there's mainly all a lot of scoring more than anything else. So let's get cracking and bring in our scoreboard, and we're going to score our main piece of card here on the, can't say the long side because they're on one of the sides because they're both the same, and 7 1/8 by 7 1/8, and don't forget we're going to be using the small end because we're on card, and we're going to score this at 2 3/8 and 4 3/4, and then we're going to turn it 90 degrees, and we're going to score this at 2 3/8 and 4 3/4. Now that's all the scoring we're going to do on our board, but before we take it out of there, we're going to just make a little mark at 3 5/8 at the top there, and we're going to turn it 190 degrees and 3 5/8 again at the other end. So that just measures to the halfway between this square here. So let's move this board out of the way now, but we still need our stylus, and we're going to bring in our little scoring mat and a ruler, and we're going to do some more scoring. So we're going to use the same end again, but because we're on a mat we don't want to press too hard, but we want it to be. So where this join is here, where the 2 intersect at this corner here, we're going to put our ruler, and up to that mark that we just made at the we're going to put a score line on a diagonal, and we're going to do the same the other way, and we're going to pop another score line in there like that. So you've got a V score line that way. We're going to turn it around 180 degrees, and we're going to do exactly the same again up to that mark from the corner of the square, and then again this way here. But we still haven't finished with all our scoring yet, so that's our scorings on these 2 middle ones. So they're both the same triangles like so. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put our stylus in this corner again and bring this ruler up to the corner of the paper or card, and we're going to score up on an angle like so, and we're going to do that in all 4 corners up to the corner like so. Turn it from the up to that corner piece again, turn it so we've got all 4 of them done up to those corner lines like so, those corner lines, those corners. So now we have a piece of card, let's move this out of the way, I don't know if you can see it very well, that has squares, so there's 9 squares, 2 have a triangle on them in the middle, one's here, and then the other 4 outside ones have a score line that goes out to the edge. Great, so we've done all of that. Now we're going to bring in our trimmer, and we're going to trim this paper. So we're going to pop this into our trimmer so that, let me bring in my tool so I can show you, so that this score line here and this score line here line up in our trimmer, so that that corner and that corner of that line up in the corner, and we're going to cut that triangle off like so, and we're going to do that on all 4 corners. So we're going to line up the corner and the corner and cut it off, so we have like triangle sections that we're pulling off. Once again, corner to corner, and one more time, corner to corner. So our card now looks like this shape. So we can pop those bits in the rubbish bin because we don't need them, and pop our score trimmer down on the floor, and we can now fold and burnish all our score lines. So we're going to fold the horizontal and vertical lines as mountain folds. Then we're going to fold our up, and this one in the corner here, this corner one is going to be a valley fold, like so. And we're going to do that in all four corners. So we're going to bring that in and fold it as a valley fold on all four corners. And the last one the same way. I just bring them in and put them in on the inside like so. So we have now a piece that's going to go like this. With these other ones, they are also going to be valley folds, so we're going to very gently push these in like so, because they're not going to be easy to do, and then we can squeeze them down like so. So we now have those ones like that. So let's do the other side. Bring it in a little bit, and then you can tuck it over the top so that you can do your line. Bring it in again, and this one will fold over the top, and we have all our folds done now. So when we push these in and these in, whoops, go on, in, this will now fold, well it will, if that one will go in like it's supposed to, up into a triangle box, as you can see. So that is how easy it is to make that little box. So we're going to do a little bit of decorating on the inside of our box. So we got our saying for the inside. Now I have to take this run off because I'm going to do my inside stamping first. And I'm going to stamp it using Gorgeous Grape because I want it to contrast out a bit. So we're going to do, and as these are 2 1/8 squares, it won't matter which way round you pop it. Now you could write a little message in there. Oh, sorry, did I move the thing a bit? You could write a little message in there as well if you wanted to, if you didn't want to do it with the stamping. So now we're just going to glue these into position. And this one goes. Now you want to make sure that these are on the sides, these inward ones, so that you don't put this way, you want to put it this way. So when it opens, it can be seen really easy. And then our 2 other ones will go down the middle as on the, my glue's not coming out, it's quite warm today and I think it's sort of drying very quickly. So if you have a directional pattern, make sure that you put these around the correct way. But if you don't, like me, that's fine. Okie dokie, so that's the inside of our box done. And we just pop this one up like this, remember? Up like this, in, and up. How easy is that? So let's pop that out of the way for a minute, and we will do our wrapper. So we're going to bring in our scoreboard again. Oops, let me put my pin in my glue so that with this heat it doesn't dry out too much. So we're going to bring in our piece again, our wrapper, and this measures 8 1/4 by 2 1/8. This time we're going to be using the thick end because this is designer series paper, so it's thinner than cardstock. And we're going to score this at 2.5, I think that is. yes, 2.5. Very carefully, not to dig down too hard. 5 and 7.5. And that's all the scoring we're doing on that piece. So we'll pop our board out of the way, and we're just going to fold and burnish all of those score lines, making sure that they are nice and even on the sides, as this wrap is going to go right around the box, and you want it to be nice and square. And then our last one down here, just making sure again that it lines up nicely. If it doesn't, just ease it over. So for me, I like to just pop mine over the top like this. You can put it underneath if you want. I mean, it's up to you. For me, I just pop it over the top because that's going to be on the bottom and nobody's going to see that anyway. So pop a bit of glue along this tab here. Now I've done it the other way around anyway. So we're going to pop that on the inside this time, making sure that's flush across the top there. But if you want to do it the other way, I think on this one here I did it the other way around. You can't actually see it very well on that one. Let me see if you can see it on this one. You can just see it on that one. So it's up to you which way, if you want to pop it on the inside or the outside. So that's our little piece for on the that goes around the outside of the box. So let's pop this box together, holding it, and you can make these ahead of time and then fill them with chocolates when it's ready to do. Pop that on like so, just slide it over. Now it's a tiny bit narrower than the box, and that's deliberate because the box is 2 3/8 and this is and this is 2 1/8. So that's how it's supposed to be. So we're going to now do our other bit of stamping on our white piece of card. Let me remove this stamp and pop this one on here that says thinking of you. Let me put that on nice and straight, not that it really matters. I'm going to chop it out anyway. So let's see, we'll pop this into the piece of scrap white that I have here that says thinking of you. Pop them out of the way. So now I'm going to bring in my other jewel stamp punch, and I'm going to punch out the scallop punch, and then I'm going to punch out the clear one, the plain one. Whoops. I love that punch. It's just perfect sizing. So we're going to just glue these two bits together, and then I'm going to pop the lid on my glue. Oops, get it in the middle. There we go. And then I'm going to pop this up on a couple of dimensions. Like so. And a couple of glue dots on the back of my ribbon. So let's pop a couple of glue dots on there. And pop him above the saying. Then I can just trim them off to that how I want them. Okay, that's that in the rubbish as well. And then I have a few of the gems from the same colouring, and these I'll just put a couple on here, one large one and two smaller ones in the same colour. Let's pop that over there. Oops, get over there. And that's our little project for today. Now, I don't know what you think, but it's great. It's just a lovely little gift to give to somebody. You could even if a husband or a boyfriend was given a nice ring or bracelet or something, could go put in there, and they would love that as well. So as I say, this will fit the oops, I've got that wrong way. This will fit a Ferrero Rocher or one of those Cadbury cream eggs. So you could do it for Easter, Valentine's Day, or anything you like. So I hope you've enjoyed this little project, and I will see you again next week. Bye for now.